Why does one person need 7 hours and why another person can do with half of that?
If you eat right and do a certain things with your body, you can drop your sleep quota anywhere between 2 to 3 hours.
If you're just conscious of this one thing, you will see your sleep quota will go down.
See, this is not that you must deny yourself sleep, that's not the point. But if you eat right and do a certain things with your body, you see very effortlessly, within 3 to 4 weeks, you can drop your sleep quota anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. 1.5 to 3 hours very easily you can drop if you just eat consciously and just learn to sit properly, just the posture, your geometry of the body and what goes into the system. If you just manage these two things, you will see sleep quota will just come down like that. You are eating much more food than what you should eat to generate that much of energy. Because of that, there is inertia in the body, because it has to process so much more food than what it should, there is inertia. Once there is inertia, your sleep quota increases. How many hours do you sleep on? 8 hours. You're going by the prescription. Just to tell you, for over 25 years, I have largely managed with an average of 2.5 hours of sleep.
So, why does one person need 7 hours and why another person can do with half of that? See, one thing is, the very physical body that you carry is just the food that you've eaten, isn't it?
Just bring 40 to 50% of the food in its raw form, that means it's alive. It must be a live cell, it can be a vegetable, it can be a fruit, it can be a nut, it can be sprouted gram. At least 40 to 50%, the food that you eat must be alive. You eat dead food and you want to live, this is a little difficult thing to do, because you have to raise the dead now. But if you eat live food, one thing you will see is the state of your mind, your focus and your sleep quotas, and above all, staying awake is not good enough, you have to stay alert, isn't it? How alert you are, how focused you are, only to that extent everything yields to you in this world, isn't it so?
Another thing is, most people are eating at least 50%. 50% means 100% more than what they need to eat. Yes, you will do one thing, as an experiment, just try this, whatever you're eating, cut it down by 50%. You will see you will neither drop weight, nor will you become weak, nor will you become less energetic. Only thing that'll happen is, your sleep quota will go down. Because you're putting so much food to generate the same amount of energy, you're eating more by compulsion of liking the taste or simply by compulsion of filling yourself up. Now the body has to process so much food to create so much energy. This extra processing is taking a toll on the system. Restfulness is very important. What is being restful means is, if you sit here, if you're at total ease, you will see the body is naturally restful. Have you noticed on a particular day, you are very happy, on that day you don't need much sleep or food, have you noticed this? That's all you have to do. If you remain very joyful every moment of your life, the food will come down, sleep will come down, naturally. So there are many aspects to this. Fundamentally, if you keep your life energies very exuberant, now you will see the sleep quota will naturally come down.
Do you want to sleep less while still feeling restful, vibrant and more productive throughout the day? Here are 5 tips offered by Sadhguru for those looking to reduce their sleep quota and still feel energetic. Food habits. Sadhguru says to bring down your sleep, the first thing is eat fresh food. If you eat food with high inertia like meat or even cooked food beyond a certain point, the body becomes lethargic. It will need long periods of sleep because the body needs to spend a lot of energy to counter that inertia. If you eat that kind of food which has the least amount of complex memory like vegetables and fruits in it, it will become a part of your system within 2 to 4 hours of consumption. That kind of food will lower the sleep quota considerably. In yogic culture, it is said that you should eat only 24 mouthfuls and you must chew every mouthful at least 24 times. This will ensure that the food is pre-digested in your mouth before it goes in, and it will not cause dullness, and hence your sleep quota will reduce considerably. Don't sleep right after you eat. Go to bed hungry. There are quite a few people who are in such a mental state that unless they load themselves with food and make their body dull, they cannot fall asleep. 80% of the food that you eat will go waste if you fall asleep within 2 hours of eating. You must give sufficient time for digestion to happen before you sleep. Yogic practices. Sadhguru says if you bring certain yogic practices such as Shambhavi Mahamudra into your life, one of the first changes you will see is your pulse rate will drop. With 12 to 18 months of practice, you can bring your pulse rate down to around 50 or 60 in a restful state. If this happens, your sleep quota will go down because the body is generally restful throughout the day. Whatever activity you may be doing, it remains restful, so it will not demand more sleep. Shunya meditation can bring your sleep quota down dramatically. It is just a 15-minute meditation, but you will see if you settle down into this meditation process properly, your metabolism will drop up to 24%. You will find this 15 minutes of meditation is equal to 2 to 3 hours of sleep in terms of restfulness. Because there are such drastic physiological change in the body, especially on the level of blood chemistry, phenomenal things will change. So this meditation will also help in reducing your sleep quota. Right position for sleep. When you sleep, if you place your head towards the north and stay that way for 5 to 6 hours, the magnetic pull of the earth will cause pressure on your brain because iron is an important ingredient in your blood. If you do this every day, you are asking for trouble. If your system is sturdy, you may not sleep well because there is more circulation in the brain than there should be. So, don't place your head towards north and sleep. If you are in the northern hemisphere, east is the best direction to keep your head when you sleep to avoid having disturbed sleep. Maintaining a joyful state. Sadhguru also says sleep means hibernation, temporary death, downtime for servicing and repairing. If you keep your body in such a way that there is a very little damage during the day, you will see the downtime for servicing will naturally come down. This can be done by eating right food and by keeping your mind in a very joyful state. If you keep yourself joyful, if there is no friction in your body, no friction in your mind and emotion, your sleep quota will naturally drop.